Today I thought we'd take a closer look at our ISIS-2 suppressors, which we manufacture for centerfire pistols, pistol caliber carbines, and submachine guns. So today I thought we'd take a look at our ISIS-2 pistol caliber suppressor. So when you purchase this suppressor, you receive a suppressor module, which is threaded 1 3/16 by 24 at the base. This is rapidly becoming a standard in the industry. It's a great system. It gives you a relatively large purchase area, and it gives you the ability to screw in adapters that range from submachine gun adapters right down to half 28, half 36. So this suppressor is really neat in that it uses a threadless tube, so there's no stress risers in the tube. The cap screws directly on the thread. It has a very large 1" by 24 thread at the front, and the tube simply slides off. There's no threads, it's just a straight tube. We mechanically engrave these suppressors so that if you decide to Cerakote, paint, re-anodize, or finish in any other fashion, there is enough depth of cut on all your markings that they're still going to show through after you've applied your finish. So the core of these suppressors is machined as one solid piece from the 1 3/16 by 24 base. We move up and you can see there is an O-ring groove which helps seal and center the tube nicely. The initial blast baffle is 3/16 of an inch thick. It's rather beefy, and all the other baffles are an 1/8 inch thick throughout the can. There's a healthy reinforcing rib on the sidewalls, so you end up with very, very solid construction. This can take a lot of abuse. In the pocket where our fixed barrel adapters and our boosters go, we've actually bored this all the way through, so the first blast baffle is going to be roughly 2 inches from the muzzle of the gun. This helps reduce first round pop, also helps soften the impulse through the recoil booster, so it's a little gentler on the gun. Also much quieter, but we'll get into that later. The cap has almost 3/8 of thread engagement to sandwich the tube. The front cap is also O-ringed, making a nice solid connection with the tube, clamps everything tight, tube doesn't rotate. The forward end of the cap is actually recessed and is machined in a pattern to accept our wrench that's included with the suppressor. Now, one end of that wrench, which I'll show you in a minute, actually has the male portion that sticks in the muzzle cap, and the other end of it is actually cut to fit all of our fixed barrel adapters, which allows you to tighten them in the suppressor, take them out, change them. So assembly of this is just the reverse of disassembly. I don't think it could be much simpler. Pop the front cap off, slide the tube on. I like to just give it a gentle twist so it'll pop over that O-ring, and then insert the front cap, turn, and snug it up, and that's it. The suppressor is reassembled. As I've mentioned earlier, this suppressor uses the 1 3/16 by 24 fixed barrel system. So through the years we have made these in a variety of thread patterns. I think we currently catalog about 25 or 26 different thread patterns. We also keep blanks of these, so if you have an oddball thread pattern you need, we can accommodate you. So these fixed barrel adapters are great for things like Beretta 92, which don't require a recoil booster, single shot rifles, bolt guns, lever guns, anything where you do not need the recoil booster to aid in the locking and unlocking of the gun. So what's great about this suppressor is with all these fixed barrel adapters, you can go anywhere from an Uzi through the whole Max series of firearms, 3/4 10, 5/8 11, 7/8 9. Makes it a really versatile can. As I said, Uzi mount. Now we have recoil boosters available in a variety of thread patterns. All the standard firearms are covered with our boosters. So that's a closer look at the ISIS-2. This suppressor is available in 9mm, 40 caliber, 45 caliber, and 300 blackout. They all use the same fixed barrel adapter system, so they're pretty darn universal. These things sound great on 22s. They look good sticking out of the forearm of a AR-22. They're just a good all-round suppressor to cover most of your pistol caliber and rimfire needs.